Another day, another brilliant Malayalam film. Hi guys, this is Farhad and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now. And as a video ritual, remember to like and comment on the video. Liking and commenting helps fuel the YouTube algorithm. And today, I got to the second Malayalam film that had come out on OTT Amazon Prime during the Mami week. And the film that we are going to be discussing today is the Malayalam film Level Cross, which I wanted to watch in a theatre, but there were absolutely minimal shows that were out here where I stay. So before I get to the review part, I would like to say that this video is going to contain spoilers. Yes, this is a spoiler discussion because I want to dwell on the ending of the film that is there, which pretty much means I will be explaining the events of the film as well. So if you haven't watched the film, then you need to pause the video, watch the film, which is, by the way, highly recommended from my end, and come and revisit this video. So all set. Coming to the story and screenplay, Level Cross essentially is a story of three characters caught in a turmoil in the middle of nowhere. Now the film begins with a line which says that beyond time and space there is a solitude part in the mind which absolutely is lonely, so to say. It's paraphrased is what I'm saying, but this is an intriguing way of luring the audience into the drama. You are introduced to one of the characters amidst a barren land which is in the middle of nowhere. It's absolutely nowhere, where it's just a railway track that is there, and the character that you are introduced to is a railway guard, you can say. A railway guard who, I don't know why he mans that railway crossing that is there, because there's nobody to be seen in the vicinity of that village where he stays. Now soon you are introduced to him, his name is Raghu, and Raghu then goes out on a scout and he finds that there's a girl, or a woman rather, who's actually laid out, and that woman, he gets to his home, which opens a can of worms. That woman is revealed to be Chaitali, who she says is a psychiatrist, and she is escaped from the train from her abusive husband. Now that abusive husband also happens to be her patient, whom she did take on after she got to know that he was suffering from depression from the death of his first wife. But as she got acquainted to him, she did get to know that there's something wrong, and there are psychotic qualities in that man called Zincho, the name that he goes by. At the same time, on the parallel front, you also are revealed of the backstory of Raghu that is there, through a revelation at the halfway mark that is absolutely shocking and startling, you can say. Raghu has killed his own wife and her lover, along with the children that he gets to know is not his, because his wife is having an affair supposedly, and that triggers the chain of events that brings him to this spot where he is out of nowhere, where his actual name is not Raghu, is unknown. His name isn't revealed at the start, and he befriends Raghu, who previously worked at as a railway guard here, and eventually the railway guard dies, and he assumes the identity of the railway guard. Now, one of the reasons why this film stands out as a three character film is like Con. Like one of the films that instantly pops in my mind is Con, which was a serial killer drama, so to say. And that serial killer drama, what it had was that it had a very intimate setting. Here the setting is more psychological, given the vast landscapes that are there. There in Con, the escape from the house was probably the toughest thing to do, with the serial killer being in the vicinity of the house. Here the character of Chaitali could easily leave the house, escape that, but to where? Absolutely nowhere. So in a way, the setting is intertwined here. One works at an intimate level and one works at a psychological level. Coming back to the story that is there, there is a revelation at the end wherein the character of Zincho appears, wherein he says that the character of Chaitali is in fact Shikha, and Shikha is his patient, because Shikha is actually a psychotic character who happened to kill the warden. Now there is a conflict here for the character of Asif Ali that is there, on whom to believe, whom not to believe, that eventually leads to a murder that takes place. Zincho is murdered by Asif Ali in the chain of events, only to be revealed that Chaitali is in fact actually Shikha. So the character of Amala Paul is actually Shikha, who is the psychotic killer, and she actually hits him on the head. But this is where things get interesting, you know. There is a cut made wherein you see the character of Asif Ali, who is revealed to be George, who's alive still, and he happens to go towards a fireplace and, burn all the proof that is there about his past. And the proof reveals that he is a loner, and the girl that he actually wanted to marry was married to somebody else. And so that girl wasn't his wife at all. He married somebody else, and he happened to kill her family, including a husband and children. But the ending is so ambiguous that it absolutely leaves you with so many thoughts that there are conspiracy theories that are playing in my head, and I have to explain these conspiracy theories just like I had done with Thalavan. So the conspiracy theory number one goes that George is a loner, and George ultimately, because he's a loner, he's transformed into this serial killer who's happily living in his solitude by killing people. Now, firstly, in a scene earlier in the film, you see that he's wearing, medals on his shirt, so to say, and this is somewhere in the middle, I would say. And when you see the same scene at the end, the scene wherein you see him with medals, you see that the number of medals have increased. So the theory goes that the number of medals is equal to the number of killings that George actually takes part in, basically, or actually indulges in. You also don't see the character of Shikha anywhere, which means that Amala Paul is also dead, killed by the character of George, which is played by Asif Ali. Zincho by Sharfuddin, of course, is killed as shown in the film. But this is a simple theory, there's another theory related to this, that you also see a bunch of medals on the well that is there, and the well medals that are there, you also see that maybe maybe in this case George, not Raghu, George has actually killed all the villagers in that little well that is there, and showcases with pride with the number of medals that are lit on the well, you can say. So this is conspiracy theory number one, which I don't like to buy. The second conspiracy theory, which I feel is more in line with what I feel, and there's another one as well. The second one goes like this, that entire proceedings in the drama is actually a figment of imagination for George, the character of George that is there. None of it actually takes place. There's one hint that is given when you see the character of the donkey that is there in a frame wherein he's interacting with the donkey, with Chaitali coming in and seeing and not spotting the donkey. This might be a very trivial scene, but it actually makes for a conspiracy theory to say that he's imagining stuff. And the imagination might also be to a point that George, after having killed, his previous lover and her family, has completely lost it, and he actually makes it here to this place, which is not, by the way, explained how he makes it here in the middle of nowhere. And he starts, imagining stuff of everything that takes place. Or perhaps he might be in a mental ward, which is not shown, and all of these events are transpiring in his mind. Either way, everything that is happening in this film might be a figment of his imagination, other than the fact that he has killed the family of his lover. This is conspiracy theory 2 that I highly buy into. There's a third little theory also that I came to a deduction. There is a small reference of who Raghu actually is, Raghu is a faceless man. By the way, the picture that is shown is of Indrans, the actor Indrans that is there. And there's also a parallel, reference of why the village is empty, because an evil spirit is killing all the villagers. This evil spirit might well be Raghu, which means Indrans in this case. Raghu might be dead, having been killed off by George, but he's still haunting the villagers. How about that theory? Raghu may also be a serial killer of sorts, being killed by George, the character of Asif Ali, and both might be competing on the number of killings that are there. Just a wild theory. There's one hint given, just one hint, right at the end when the camera inverts and is showcasing the village as an inverted image, so to say. Another offshoot of this theory can also be that Raghu, through George, would be killing people, which means that George would be possessed by the ghost of Raghu. Just a wild theory, but it is worth a go as well. But I feel it is number two, given the opening lines that were there of the film. Either way, the screenplay is absolutely brilliant and it messes with your mind like it has in my case. Coming to the dialogues, the music and the direction, the dialogues are conversational but very engaging. And because the entire structure of the film is engaging, it makes for a wonderful, wonderful, engaging watch. Even the BGM here, it enhances the drama by using silence as a virtue. Silence is haunting in the mind of the viewers as the drama progresses at a psychological level. It has a psychological impact here. The cinematography is outstanding, with wide shots that are there that actually build a psychological level of fear in the minds of the viewers. There is almost no way to escape is what the indication the director wants to give, which is brilliantly showcased by the frames that are there. Even the costumes, if you see, the character of Chaitali wears a red dress, dons a red dress, and that signifies danger. Even the other characters are they have good attires as well, respected to their characters. Editing is crisp and sharp, and there is no lag as such in the screenplay. It builds at a slow pace, definitely, but it's wonderfully well knitted with the transition shots that are there in the screenplay. Director, he does a wonderful job. Ayub, the director, he does a wonderful job, and this is one of the many tales that I feel was in his debut vehicle, so to say, and you'll see lot more of these fascinating stories coming out of him, because the direction has a lot of flair, right from his characterization to the world building. He's in superb control here. He makes for a wonderful, wonderful watch. I mean, I can't emphasize it enough on what a brilliant watch it is. I think this is the first of the many to come, and you're going to be hearing this name a lot more in times to come. Coming to the performances, I felt the performances are excellent. I think Amala Paul was wonderful in bringing out almost leaving the viewers guessing as to what her character is up to. I think she did a brilliant job. Sharfuddin is also sincere and earnest in his little performance. Asif Ali is having the year of his life. 2024 will go down as the year in which Asif Ali has hit home every single time, whether it be Talavan, whether it be Kishkinda Kandam, one of my favorite Malayalam films of this year, or whether it is Level Cross. He's wonderful with his appearance, with his body language, and he makes for such a brilliant performance. Overall, Level Cross is a twisted psychological thriller that absolutely hits home with its mind-bending finale that is there. It's a wonderful, wonderful watch available on Amazon Prime, and it just makes me so happy to see, the Malayalam film industry being unfazed, absolutely unfazed and going for the kill every single time. To give you a perspective, every single film of theirs is treated like a do or die for me, and that is an indication of a thriving industry that thrives on its creativity, unlike some of the bigwigs that are there. So, having said that, it's been a wonderful, wonderful journey for me in making these videos here. If you're liking this video, by the way, smash that like button. I have a little announcement after that too. Smash that like button, comment on what did you make of the film Level Cross, share this video with your friends and family, ask them to subscribe to the channel, and let's grow this Digi family together. My full detailed review is available on my site, Popcorn Reviews, link of which is in the description box below. Follow me on social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All information is present on my site and on my social media handles. I now will be on a small break, much deserved break, because I am mentally tired now. There'll be a couple of reviews that will still come out in my vacation, but not a very long vacation that is there. I'm just going for a few days. So I'll see you again soon, probably next week. Until then, take care of yourselves and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.